Moon Knight came out.
I just barely watched it.
So
Right before the podcast.
really, okay. So
Yeah.
you just okay. What? Did you like it?
It was good. I liked it. I feel like it's bringing Marvel back to its roots.
A little bit.
Like we just the last Marvel thing we watched was Hawkeye, and it was like, oh, cool. It's not like at least this Moon Knight one's kind of giving a epic vibe. I'm excited about it.
Wait, did you say the last thing you watched was Falcon?
Hawkeye,
Hawkeye.
yeah.
You mean on Disney Plus?
Yeah. Like there's a big difference between Hawkeye and Moon Knight,
Oh, 100%.
right?
Do you remember that trailer I sent you, or not the trailer, the clip
Yeah. Yeah.
of the elevator?
That
Okay.
was cool.
Well, this shouldn't be a spoiler free, right? We were talking about this, so if you haven't seen the episode, watch the episode before you continue listening, because I think there's a lot of interesting points in this, and I want to talk about it. But yeah, the feel of it, Hawkeye is like, I don't know. I mean, we know Hawkeye, and then we get Haley Steinfeld, who was like the best thing of the whole show. But it's like friendly, and it really brings it down. You don't like her? Maybe it's just because maybe it's because I think she's pretty, and Amber does too.
My
We all
quick
agree.
thing for that one is the moment what's the Russian girl? Black Widow's sister.
Yelena,
Yelena was introduced. I stopped caring about
really?
Haley's character because I was like
Did-
more interested in that now.
Like you're interested in the Russian?
The Russian
Yelena?
and Hawkeye.
Hmm.
Then Haley kind of
Interesting.
fell into the background for me.
Interesting. And see, I feel like it's the opposite for most. I feel like this was supposed to be the introduction to Haley Steinfeld's character as the new young Hawkeye.
Mm.
But I feel like that's the plan. I am not 100% sure. I honestly have no idea where Marvel is going with their multiverse storyline, but I'm excited to find out. I truly am. But yeah, Hawkeye felt kind of teenager-ish, and then Moon Knight felt very suspenseful and dark to an extent.
Yeah.
Uh, I was really pleasantly surprised.
The mystery was probably the most exciting part about it. I
Yeah.
think that was what maybe Hawkeye wasn't as exciting because the mystery was, oh, what's the bad guy's name? What's the bad guy's motivation? Right? That's what we were trying to find out. At least
Like, it's
now, it's with Moon Knight. It's like,
We don't know
who are
anything.
these new things? New
Yeah.
myths and new legends or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I think Hawkeye and even some of the shows that came out before, I feel like their storylines are kind of linear.
Mm.
Like you can kind of expect what's gonna happen, and you have a pretty clear vision of like, okay, good person, bad person, and maybe like a small unknown. Whereas with Moon Knight, I like, we watched the whole first episode, and I'm still like, so who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, and what is going on? But I'm like so intrigued by all the blackouts going on, like, and they're really cool. They're so cool of how he just like starts to lose it, and then suddenly he's just like bam, like it's minutes, days, hours later,
The sound effect. I just imagine the editor creating an in and out for the audio, pressing delete, and then doing that a couple more times, and you get that staggered. That's all I could imagine when I heard that sound.
But what are your thoughts? Like, do you have any predictions? Do you want to talk predictions on the show?
So I think Arthur, like I read up on the whole Amit
You cheated.
gods and stuff. Not the comic, but the gods. I think that's fair game because that's the source material, right? That they're going
Yeah.
for. Anyway, Amit is the god or whatever. Arthur,
Deity.
deity, right?
So
And
I like that
Arthur,
word.
this person that has scales, right? And the deity is that Anubis would be the one that measures people's hearts. And if it was impure, then Amit would be the devourer, would devour the person, right? And so, obviously, we have Arthur with the scales on his arm, the tattoo. Even though he's not, his name sounds regular, I think he's Anubis.
So you think they talk about avatars towards the end of the episode. So do you think Arthur is the avatar for Anubis?
Oh, I didn't even consider that.
When
I got to the Avatar part, all I just heard was the Avatar joke. That's all. That's all that went through me.
You're like Steven. Avatar, blue people. I like that movie.
That's all I remember from that. But I forgot about that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. He mentions about how like they use the avatars, and it's like, okay, so they're vessels. You know, they're literally avatars for the gods.
You think they're vessels of love?
On death and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure there's one for love. I don't think it's Will Smith for sure.
What's your prediction for the show?
My prediction is that there is a bigger evil or a misguidance. Okay, so I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I feel like Arthur may not actually be the bad guy. I feel like he is trying to stop a real bad guy or something else. I don't know. Because so far he doesn't give me like I'm a bad person kind of thing. He just seems like I'm trying to do what's right type of person. And Steven has gotten in his way of accomplishing whatever he's trying to accomplish. Like I still don't know what the golden scarab is supposed to do.
Yeah, that was confusing.
Yeah, like, so this artifact belongs to, what's the other deity's name?
Amit? Anubis?
Armpit? No, not sorry. not Anubis. Anubis. How do you say
it?
Amit. Okay.
Or Amut, depending
I don't know.
How you want
to I'm not good with Egyptian names. But anyway, what I think it's interesting, okay. I didn't know that Steven was supposed to be British. And I thought it was interesting because Oscar Isaac is Chilean, I think. But I thought his British accent was actually pretty decent.
I thought he has a regular British accent, doesn't he?
No.
Really?
No, because he's from South America.
Wait.
Yeah, he's not British. Oscar Isaac is he's South American, like same as Pedro Pascal. I think they're both from Chile.
Interesting. Yeah, his accent is really good.
Yeah, and so I was
really
like,
natural.
I was making the comment of like, wow, like his accent is actually pretty good. And I'm like, how curious that they would pick a South American guy to play what I think is they're trying to play him as an Egyptian guy, but that happens to have a British accent. So I was like, that's such a weird connection and way of getting to that point. But at the same time, I'm like, hey, I mean, from an artistic standpoint, good for Oscar Isaac to be able to get this role, right? But then within the episode, we noticed that he's got like multiple personalities, and there's this Mark guy who has the normal American accent.
I think there's 3 personalities.
I think there's 4.
4?
I think there's Steven. I think there's Mark. And Mark is the conscious guy that is connected to Moon Knight. But then there's that the guy with the skull and the big guy that chases him to the elevator.
Oh,
I think that's part of him too.
Probably.
But then there's the deep voice.
Oh, I was getting some Venom vibes from that.
Yeah, like the voice sounded like Optimus Prime.
I was like, when the moment it started talking, I was like, are we watching Venom?
But yeah, and so I'm like, So is there 4 people? Like, are they gonna be able to communicate with each other now? I think the only thing I do know is that Moon Knight is stronger on full moon. I think.
Oh wow.
I may be wrong. I don't know. I actually don't know. This is just assumptions, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
I don't even know if this is gonna be a limited series
I
like
think
Obi
it's
Wan
six
Kenobi.
six episodes.
Yeah, but they called
Oh,
it a 6 episode event.
yeah. I think I don't know. It might do really well and do a second season, which I'm not excited about. But
Wait, you are or you're not?
remember we talked about limited series?
Oh, right.
Usually,
We like limited series.
yeah. Yeah. My theory is that there's 3. During the credits, you see the shot where, it's 3 Oscar Isaac faces. That's why I think there's 3. Unless maybe the 4th one is his body. So then there might be 4. I don't know. That's why I say 3.
I missed that part. Do you know if there's any like end credit scenes or anything like that?
I checked. There wasn't. At least not the animated credits. I didn't really check
Right. Because it goes
end credits.
Yeah, it's got the cool thing, and then it goes into the normal credits, and the little window minimizes. So I'm assuming there's nothing after that.
There was an Easter egg. Did you catch it? I didn't. I had to read it up.
During the episode or
during the episode. So the guy he's talking to, the gold dude, the guy he's the statue. They take a picture with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, that's a reference to a character in the comics, but he's an informant for the Moon Knight, and that's all they really say. So they say it's like an Easter egg. So I don't know if they're gonna even use him as a character
for something,
but if it's just more of a acknowledgement. Oh.
When he's talking to it about whatever his date or whatnot, I thought maybe when he's Moon Knight or something, then this statue will come to life, or he'll actually be able to communicate with it, and the statue would be like, "Oh yeah, I love all the stories you tell me, even though I can't respond to you at the time." I don't know. It's
Crawley, that's his name.
What is it?
His name is Crawley.
Crawley.
Yeah. Crawl, like crawling, and then Ley. So it's just which is strange, but apparently he's a character in the comics. So
that's cool. Yeah, Moon Knight is one hero, superhero, anti-hero, whatever he is. I don't know anything about him.
I guess it could be a good thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's cool to bring in new characters that we don't know.
Yeah.
Because we just got 10 years of our favorite superheroes. Some of them have died. Some of them haven't. But like Doctor Strange, for example, like I didn't know much about him until like the movie started coming out, and I love that character. I think he's an interesting character. And I like his arc of like him being this, douchey doctor who gets humbled and now he gets to be a good person. So I'm interested in his story. But as far as like Iron Man, despite Iron Man being like my favorite superhero, and like we have Captain America and the Hulk and all of Thor, like let's move on. Like I want to know new stories.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for Moon Knight. I'm kind of excited not really, for what is it, Ms. Marvel?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to think of it because I don't know anything about it. But from the trailers that I've seen, it doesn't seem
appeal.
Very good. Yeah, it doesn't appeal. But maybe it's because
I'm sure it's gonna be good. It just doesn't appeal to me.
I didn't like Captain Marvel, so I can see this having the same feel, and that's maybe why I don't think it's going to be good, but we'll figure it out when the show comes out.
Yeah. Tell us what you thought of Moon Knight, folks. What you're excited about. Some other Easter eggs we we may have missed. Tell us your theories as well.
Link us to that new Rockstars video that's gonna be like 170 Easter eggs in this 20-minute episode.
Oh my gosh.